Good morning. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. This Miss J, Dr. J to some. Anyway, I am going to do a video for you on how to get started on Activity 1.4. So, as you see at the top, I have my Google Classroom open. I have my home page for PLTW in case I would need it. I have my Activity 1.4 up with my lesson 1.3, 1.4. I have my Google Drive in case I need that, and then this is for me personally, and here's my screencast. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what to do. So you're going to go to your Google Classroom, click on Google Classroom. You are going to find where it says, let me get rid of this. Okay, you're going to find where it says 1.4. So we're going to look 1.3, 1.2, 2.1. Oh, here we are, 1.4. Clicking on 1.4. If you look here, you have two different choices. You can create your own app event handler. You will do that after you've started with your coding with conditions. All right, so let's go ahead and click on that. So it's opened up. All right, we have our coding with conditions. Here's the first thing we need to do. We need to answer our effective teamwork, what it looks like. So you will answer the question. When you're finished with the question, the materials you're going to need, the map printout I have for you, the bus and traffic signs cutouts I also have for you, and you will not need tape because I don't want them taped. If you would like this flowchart infographic, you can click on it, but it's later on in the lesson. Okay, so I would ask you to read this information about the traffic light and the driver and what it means, and then we'll talk about then the conditional statements and your Boolean logic. Your Boolean logic is only true and false. Your conditional statements have yes, no, and the rest of them. They're all called conditional statements, but when you evaluate a condition, it's at true or false, and that's a Boolean. All right, we got our algorithms with conditional logic. Okay, so we've got, can you think of a yes or no question that you can make a decision in your everyday life? Well, you can share examples there, so go ahead and put an example or two right there. So you watch the video. Okay, the video is not here, but I'm going to go ahead and put in here, watch the video, and then please write a couple of questions that you might have for me. All right, and so an algorithm is also conditional. They can be contain conditions. So in your flow chart, that's how you're going to tell the conditions with your rhombus. That's a step that includes your rhombus, that diamond-shaped symbol. So now, like I told you, that infographic would be here. Well, it's right here. Your name, your symbol, and your purpose, beginning and your end. All right, and then you come down here to your flow chart, and it's going to ask you to look at this flow chart and figure out what the answers to these two questions are by using your flow chart. All right, and then you'll come down here to where it says Google Doc, reflect on your learning, and you'll put your reflection here. What is a reflection? A reflection is, what did I learn? How can I apply my learning? And where am I going to use this learning in my putting together my next app? All right, so now then you're going to be asked to choose an everyday task where you need to make a decision based on a yes or no question. So you're going to draw a conditional statement flowchart to represent your question and the resulting actions. Okay, so in this case, I would go to draw.io and make a flow chart to turn into Miss J about one of the following statements. Okay, so that needs to be turned in. All right. So here's your field trip navigation. Once you finish with that other, then you're going to once a thing of science, fiction, autonomous vehicles. That's just vehicles without someone in the driver's seat. Talking about the field trip, you're going to be reviewing the map below. That map right here is the same map that we have used before in class. I have the maps. You'll have to ask me for one. Each one of these, that's those stops, and these no left turns, no right turns. That's a left turn. That's a no left turn. This is a no right turn. So all of those are there. Okay, and it wants you to use these commands right here, these navigation movements. All right, so our move forward is what it says, move forward, right? Okay, so wait 5 seconds. Well, where in here do you think I'm going to wait 5 seconds? Yeah, at the stop. All right, so, and I turn my left and I turn my right. Okay, so here I cannot turn left, I have to turn right. And here I can't turn right, I have to turn left. Okay. So get a copy of the map and traffic signouts, and you place them on there, and you're going to go into your not the PLTW there. You're going to go into your draw.io and create a universal algorithm, either as a numbered list or as a flow chart. I don't care which. So you can navigate your bus from the school to the museum. So you'll need to use a universal algorithm, is one that is not allowing the bus to make choices given the obstacles shown, but will also allow the bus to successfully reach the museum if the traffic signs were located in different positions along the route. So you're going to test your algorithm with another student to see if your bus will be able to make it from the school to the museum. Remember, the bus can only complete an action if it is written in your algorithm. If the bus wasn't able to make it to the museum, go back and edit your algorithm and try again. All right, here's your universal test. Once your algorithm works successfully, you're going to remove the traffic signs from your map and place a tape minimum of 3 traffic signs and locations on the blank map. Nah, I want you not to tape them. You're just going to put them there. Test your algorithm to make sure your bus was able to successfully make it from the school to the museum. And if it wasn't, you go back and you edit and you try again. All right, I want you to also right now to, at this point, you're going to be reflecting on your learning again, and we're going to put this in our Google Doc right here. So reflect on your learning. Okay, so here's 2 questions that you can use, 3 questions, no, 2 questions, all right. So here's our 2 questions that we can do. I can get rid of that, and it'll make it better. All right, there's my 2 questions. Please, well, there's more than 2. There's questions within questions. Make sure you answer each question. All right, here's my conclusion. You'll finish this. A car has to travel over railroad tracks to get to a park. So you're going to write an algorithm that includes a conditional statement for the driver to safely cross the tracks and arrive at the park on the other side. So you may use the same map that we have, and you can just say, instead of those being the crosswalk, those could be the railroad tracks. Up to you, totally your choice. Okay, when you're all finished with all of this, Miss J wants this turned in. So this is Miss J checking out, and I'll put this video in the the video app creator Google Classroom, and I will also put a video right next to 1.4. All right, so you have a great day in the neighborhood. We'll see you. Come back soon.